As a Black woman, when you like transition from unattractive to being perceived as attractive, you will notice a change in behavior from not only men, but also women, specifically white women. Especially when you don't fit like a certain stereotype that they associate with your race and like what they deem a Black woman should act like. It's almost like they don't know how to act with you and they end up, feeling this contempt.
We see Black women and we see how strong you are. We see you coming together as a community. We see you supporting each other. We see you supporting your community, supporting your families, supporting your children, going out and fighting for your rights.
I think I'm lying when I say that a lot of white women, literally, they do not like seeing a Black woman do better than them. They do not like seeing a Black woman who is prettier than them. They don't like seeing a Black woman that overpasses them. As long as you're not doing better than them, then they're good.
A lot of non-Black Latinas will not only speak over Black women, but will also insert themselves in conversations and try to make them about themselves.
Most people globally have watched African American women and women of African descent on TV, and they think that that is how all African American women behave.
I think the biggest problem with this current situation that we're having right now, especially in this video, is that white people generally, both men and women, have been taught continuously, even in schools to date, that they are better. They are better than any other culture, any other skin color. They are the ones who rule the world. And coming out of it and going into reality where you're finding that there are actually people of color who are winning, who are richer, who are brighter, and who are more beautiful than you are, is, I think that's where the confusion is coming in. You see, white women were given the power to even kill Black women. They were given the power to choose who to die that day, just because their husbands, white husbands, picked or said or looked at a Black woman different. They had the power to say, no, I want her dead. Or, oh, I want her imprisoned forever and she can die in the chambers or in the dungeon, I don't care. And coming from that to reality now where Black women can actually slap you if you're rude to them, I think it's bringing a problem, because reality and history are not compatible. They're not linking up. And the white women specifically now, because of this video, need to learn that times have changed. And whatever you are taught and whatever is being taught right now is not the actual reality. Because Black women can be more beautiful. Black women can be more loud. They can have pride in their skin color. They can be more amazing, brighter, and whatever else they want to be in this world, they can be. And they can do that 10 times better than even you. And that's okay. That is okay. You need to sit with your uncomfortability and understand that this is not coming because you hate Black women. It is coming because your ancestors taught you the wrong thing. Don't be mad at someone for just existing with no reason. You have to understand that there's something psychological that is wrong and you need to fix that. You need to, stay down and say, I'm not choosing to be this person. Before I give my full commentary, kindly do consider subscribing, sharing, and liking. Also comment, what do you think about this topic? And without further ado, let's dive into this video. And in case you want to support me in another way, I do have a link of Buy Me a Coffee down in the description below. I will truly, truly, truly appreciate if you do want to support me in that way. Let's dive into these videos.
You know, one thing I noticed, y'all, why is it that every other culture tries to compete with a Black woman? What is up with that? Like, can somebody help me and enlighten me? Like, why is that? You never see Black women getting online trying to compete with a Hispanic woman, with a white woman, with a Chinese woman, a Filipino woman. You don't see Black women doing it. But you see every other culture trying to compete and trying to say, this, it's like they put her on, like she is in the limelight, and it's like, you gotta just criticize her. Like, for what? I don't get it.
I've seen videos of people talking about, some white women actually believe that no Black woman can be prettier than them. Like, they actually believe, like, no Black woman can be prettier than them. The only reason why I don't believe that is because
a lot of white women, not all, but a majority of white women are very envious and jealous and always in this one-sided competition with black women. They have always been like that. It's been like that since the beginning of time, y'all. Since the beginning of time. Everywhere I go, people stare at me. People call me pretty. People compliment me. But white girls, they will stare at me. They just have a nasty look on their face. They won't say nothing to me. A few of them will walk up to me and be like, you're just so pretty. You're so gorgeous. But a lot of them will look at me and just have this nasty look on their face. And I know it's jealousy. I know they're jealous. I just watched this video yesterday. It was a Black history lesson someone was talking about, and it was basically saying how black women way back when used to wear their hair in like these gorgeous big poofy hairstyles with beads and like feathers in their hair and everything like that. And white women were so jealous and so intimidated, so bothered by the hair on another person's head, they went and made a petition. This is in Louisiana. They wrote a petition to the governor, and the governor ended up banning black women from wearing their hair out in public because it was intimidating and, you know, making the white women jealous, essentially. I don't know if you guys remember, but like if you look back in the Victorian times where they used to wear those big poofy dresses and the backside of them dresses were big as hell. Excuse my language. Guess who inspired that? A black woman that was kidnapped from Africa and held in a cage as a freak show, and that was forced to act like an animal and do weird stuff in a circus. Same reason why white women go and get lipo now, because they want lips like this. Lips that I was made fun of for having. Which is why this is the reason why they want to go get BBLs. Why? Because black women is a blueprint of the Coke bottle shape. One of the reasons why they get self-tanner. I thought being white as can be was a good thing. Now you want to make yourself bronze. Now you want a little melanin. It's so obvious, y'all. Like, and it's not just racism. It's jealousy. It's envy. That's another reason why these white women will go and purposefully get with these self-hating, colorist black men. I ain't never seen a white woman try to go after a Malcolm X kind of dude. Most likely because a Malcolm X kind of dude ain't gonna want to date him. I ain't never seen a white woman try to, you know, date a black dude that always talks about how he loves black women or has made statements, you know, about black women, how much he loves black women. I see these white women go out and get these whitewashed black men who do nothing but talk trash about black women and how black women this, how black women that, and this black and that black. They purposely go and get with these black men because it's a boost of their ego, because they know, okay, this black man hates himself, which means he hates his people. He doesn't like black women. He feels some type of way about them. So by me getting with him, it's like I get a one-up on the black woman. I get a one-up on her. They're always in these secret competitions with black women. So you wonder why they're microaggressive to us. You wonder why they always catch these small attitudes. You wonder why they always feel some type of way and looking at you crazy, baby girl, because they're jealous. They're jealous because they know they can't compete where they don't compare. It's jealousy, and it's all a mind game. They will do anything they can to get in our heads and to mess with us, and then try to go and cry and play victim. That's why I don't be phased. I'll be walking around with my head up high. I know they be staring at me. I know they be looking at me. I don't even pay them no mind. I walk right past them. Won't move out of their way or nothing. They're envious. It's been like that since the beginning of time.
My opinion, as a white woman who is 53 years old and has lived in the South in Georgia in my entire life, but it's not being scared, but it's a fear. And it's not a physical fear, it is the mental fear. It is what we see in you and what we see you doing and how it challenges us, and the fear of that. So we see black women and we see how strong you are. We see you coming together as a community. We see you supporting each other. We see you supporting your community, supporting your families, supporting your children, going out and fighting for your rights, being authentic in your race and in your femininity. Anyway. And we're jealous. I think we're jealous because we would love to be that, I think, and we don't know how to break out of the indoctrination that we have been suppressed by our entire lives. And I'm not giving white women a pass, don't get me wrong, but I know I and most women have been told, white women have been told our entire lives, be quiet, know your place, be a good girl, don't rock the boat, don't be too much. And when you are any of those things, you are ostracized because you have rocked their boat. And that is what black women are. You rock our boat, our mental boat, because you challenge us to look at how we are deficient and not living in our truth, and it makes us uncomfortable, and people don't like to be uncomfortable, and it makes us start to question ourselves, and people don't like to question themselves. We would rather live in our little bubble of white supremacy and what we know and comfortable that's not a word, than a lot of people would, white women would, rather than challenge themselves to grow and know more, because it's easy. Doing the work is hard. It's really hard. I've been doing the work the past several years, and it's hard. It's hard admitting some truths about yourself and some truths about yourself as a white woman. So yeah, I think that white women are scared of black women because you challenge us in that way, and a lot of us don't like it. And that's why we fear you. It's because we fear what you make us face.
I have friends from Europe, so I am not racist. I am just simply giving my experience. Most people globally have watched African American women and women of African descent on TV, and they think that that is how all African American women behave. So when they meet a woman who's educated, well-spoken, beautiful, well-manicured, they don't know how to handle it. They also are extremely jealous that their husbands, their fathers, their uncles, all of the men in their lives literally stare at you the entire time that you are out in a restaurant or wherever you are, market. They are highly attracted to women of African descent. White women do not know how to handle this. In America, I have experienced this in corporate America, but in Europe, you experience this in the markets. They literally act like toddlers or mean girls.
The biggest reason that I know that white feminism is a real problem is just the perceived threat that so many white women feel from black women just existing. Before I continue, I'm gonna reference myself as attractive. Yes, I know, shocker. I did this before and y'all got on my ass. I don't know what to say, we're gonna keep doing it. But as a black woman, when you transition from unattractive to being perceived as attractive, you will notice a change in behavior from not only men, but also women, specifically white women. Especially when you don't fit a certain stereotype that they associate with your race and what they deem a black woman should act like. It's almost like they don't know how to act with you, and they end up, feeling this contempt. They implicitly know that they are the standard. They have been socialized to know that. It's been their experience to have men want them of any race. But in that, they also know that whiteness is sort of blankness. And I actually don't mean that in a mean way. I mean, it is the standard. It's the norm. It is the opposite of exoticism. So in their male-centered minds, they're thinking, yeah, in majority of cases, I'm going to get the guy. But when they want a little switch up, a change from their usual, that is when women of color, specifically black women, become a big threat. It's a lot of them sort of know that a lot of girls look like them. A lot of pretty girls look like them. They can never account for the allure of a deviation from that norm. So when they see an attractive black woman, it's okay, I have to see it. How can I fight against this? I don't have the facilities to fight against this. And to compensate for that, I think that's why we see a lot of white women try to play into the features of women of color. The style, the slick backs, the lip filler, aneurysms, all of it. They want to be able to oscillate between all types of attractiveness, become this sort of maxed out woman who has every single thing a guy could ever want at any time. Because they are so used to being the standard, they cannot accept someone wanting something different. They kind of try to borrow parts of you to become that, so that won't happen again. It's very interesting, and it happens more than you would think.
I know y'all be getting tired of me talking about stuff like this, and y'all be thinking I'm OD and I'm just dragging it, but I promise y'all I'm not. The story time I'm finna give y'all is literally the reason why I be saying stuff I be saying. If the shoe fits, then wear it, Cinderella. If not, keep scrolling. Don't be coming to my comments talking about something. Well, not all, babes. Yeah, majority, but not all. Y'all be thinking I'm lying when I say that a lot of white women literally they do not like seeing a black woman do better than them. They do not like seeing a black woman who is prettier than them. They don't like seeing a black woman that overpasses them. As long as you're not doing better than them, then they're good. I'm friends, she's black, with a girl who runs track, and I was spending some time with her, talking with her. I talked to her in a minute. I'm sitting on the couch or whatever, I'm on the phone, and I'm talking to her, and she's telling me about this teammate who's also her roommate. She's white. She started telling me about the passive and microaggressive behavior that her teammate would show her during practice and in her dorm room. And I'm like, okay, what do you mean? Explain. She told me about a situation where, every day at practice, she beats her. Her times are always faster than hers. She overpasses her in everything she does. She said she would look at her white teammate whenever they would get done running and ask her if she's good, if she's okay, because she'd be huffing and puffing and breathing hard like she ain't took a breath in hours. And she said the white girl would just side at her, give her a dirty look, or just won't say nothing. Then she said there was this one time when they were in practice and they were doing time trials and they were running and whatnot, and she ended up beating her. My friend, the black girl, she's not the fastest on her team. There's maybe a few people that's faster than her by a little bit, but she's top 3, top 5. And the people that's faster than her, maybe by a little bit, are not black, but still. There was one day in practice they were doing the time trials, and after everybody got done running, her roommate, the white girl, starts crying, and people start surrounding her, asking her what's wrong, and her teammate looks at her, not the other girls that's faster than her. She looks at my friend, the black girl, and goes, she can't be better than me. She can't be better. She can't be faster than me. White women do not like seeing black women surpass them. I kid y'all, I'm not making this up. I looked at my fan because we over the phone. I looked at my friend. I'm like, she said that out loud, or did she say that to you, or did you just hear it around the grapevine? She said no. She said that out loud. That's what she told the people that was checking on her, that was asking about her. She was like, she said it out loud. She said she cannot be better than me. She cannot be faster than me. Mind you, my friend, the black girl, is not the fastest on the team. She's top 5, but she is not the top fastest fastest are not even black. But it's like she picked my friend out and was like, oh, she can't be better than me. She can't be faster than me. Do y'all see what I'm like? Do y'all see what I'm talking about though? Like, do y'all see what I mean?
I love how people stereotype black women as being irrationally angry, bitter, and jealous of white women, saying things like, wow, black women sure don't like seeing black men with white women. Why is that? Okay, I see what it is. Here's the thing. It was never black women torturing and murdering white women simply because their men looked at them. No, you know who did though? White women. During slavery, so many white women would murder black women simply because those women were essayed by their husbands. This continued to happen until like Jim Crow, when stuff like that became, illegal. Like, well, it was happening during Jim Crow, but shortly after Jim Crow, like in the 60s and 70s, it was practically illegal to just kill people simply because of their race, but when it was legal, that thing was very common. So I don't know why people like to paint black women as these antagonizers of white women just because black men lust after them. But I never hear black women say, God, I hate white women so much, we should kill them just because our men like them. No, that was never a thing in our community.
Black women challenge white women in what they probably want to be but can't be because they have been conditioned to believe that they need to be quiet. If you're a woman, you need to act dainty, you need to be silent, you need to act a certain way. And when they see that black women are being whoever they authentically want to be, it's kind of threatening to them, to who they are and to what they were taught. And instead of tackling that within themselves and choosing to, see this as a way of learning, they choose to hate and weaponize black women's pride against them. If a black woman is walking on the street and she is happy in her beauty, you say she's overconfident. If she demands that she needs a better pay at her job, you tell her to, back down and not be too loud, because that's not what a woman is supposed to do. She's supposed to sit down and let men do things, this and that for them. When they see that a black woman can literally make a black child relax or stop acting different by just one look, and they can't even control their kids when their kids are misbehaving, that is also a challenge to them. And instead of trying to learn what black women do, how black women are the way they are, they choose to hate, they choose to show this kind of animosity, this uncomfortability, they choose to be super different around black women instead of trying to learn. And I think that's their biggest problem, because using someone's pride, their pride in their skin, in their culture, in their nature, in their roots, choosing that to weaponize that against them shows very poor character, and it's actually a very backward way of thinking. As women, we need to empower each other, because at the end of the day, we do go through things that men cannot understand, because we know what it is to be a woman in this world. There are things that we can actually correlate with being women, and instead of learning from that, we should not hate from it. We should learn from each other. We should share our experiences. And I think that's the biggest problem, because black women support each other, they love each other, they grow together, and they choose to, tell each other what they're doing wrong openly and loudly, and not feel bad for being who they are. And I think white women should just learn how to be more like black women. Not saying that there's something wrong with how they are, but if you see a characteristic that you like in someone, instead of hating on them and choosing to be uncomfortable towards them or looking at them badly, you can always learn from that particular person. And not being told, you see, black women do not get told what to do, who to be. They allow themselves to be authentic and going on the high road, even after all the trauma that black women carry, and embracing our roots, culture, and finding strength in even the trauma that we have had to go through, because black women have suffered really, 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 really much under the hands of white women. And in case there's anyone who needs to have animosity, it should be black women, because there is such a bad history between white women and black women, and what white women used to do to black women just because they existed. You just existed, just because your hair looked nice that day, just because your skin is glowing under the sun, just any kind of reason, just because her husband decided to look at you for like 2 more seconds instead of the 1 second that he's allowed to. Like, there were so many unreasonable things that black women had to endure and go through to be where they are today, and come out of that strong enough to even have white friends, to even allow themselves not to continuously attack white people or white women with that, is a form of strength. It is a form of strength, and not showing animosity while carrying that in your heart and on your shoulders. That is more strength than anyone can ever tell me. And damn it, I would also be jealous. I would be jealous too. White women have unfortunately been conditioned to so many things, and something that they should learn is black women are always accommodating. Black women are always, I'm not saying everyone, but obviously most black women, because you're even told, kids are usually told even by white parents, if you ever get lost, find the nearest black woman. What does that mean? It means that there's some kind of safety that you get from black women. So try and learn from black women instead of using or weaponizing their strength against them. Instead of marching on the streets and saying, no, I don't like her because of her skin color. That is a very backward way of thinking. Or how she speaks, or how strong she is, or how prideful she is. Learn from her instead of, weaponizing her presence or her beauty or anything else that she has to offer. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. I hope you have learned something. If you have, kindly, I will remind you again, do consider subscribing, sharing to your friends and family so that they can learn this truth too. And also do consider commenting. I'd like to hear what you have to say about this particular topic. And in case you want to support me in any other way, I'd like to also remind you, I do have a link in the description below for buy me a coffee. I will truly, truly, truly appreciate. I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.